He pulled out my pants, touched my testicles. They like eased down and they put their hands right between my butt. He pulled my drawers down and dug in my rectum.
The alleged victims keep coming forward. 8 Milwaukee police officers are under internal investigation, accused of performing illegal strip searches, including cavity searches on the streets. Were they wearing any gloves?
No, I didn't see not one. There was no gloves.
Kevin Freeman Jr. claims back in December he and some friends were violated during a traffic stop.
When they searched me, they like eased down and they put their hands right between my butt. And I try to reach back and when I try to reach back and try to stop them, they just got to slamming me.
This one ain't even easy to talk about. I mean, man, this is crazy. Like, now this is a story that has resurfaced. When I looked into it, this story was in 2016, and they settled with a $5 million settlement, and it was 74 black men who came forward that said that police were sticking their fingers up their rectums. The youngest was 17. Now, this is something that takes you back to the slave days. It's just pure humiliation, whereas you get stopped by a cop. And let's just be honest, if you're not doing anything, you already have the mindset is like, damn, what now, right? And then to just be molested like that could drive someone crazy. That could make somebody commit suicide, and people have committed suicide because they have been molested. And I remember talking with my rib and my mom. We was talking about that show called Unsung, where they talk about music artists and the trials and the tribulations and the hard things they went through. And it just happened to be the song I Call Your Name. Switch was playing with a picture of the group Switch, and they were talking about that show and how one of the guys, I don't know his name or nothing, but one of them, he was molested by the father. And so he, it turned him out, right? Made him, live that type of lifestyle. And then he tried to marry and he tried to have a normal lifestyle, but he just couldn't because the molestation from the father had just destroyed him too much. And so it made me also think about the two young men, I believe, with the pastor Eddie Long, who is now deceased. They came forward that they were molested by this pastor, and when they were younger, now they were men, and I believe one of them committed suicide. And so when you're molested, that is a deep wound that could never possibly could never be healed, right? And to be touched like that, violated like that, emasculated like that, is just, man, all I can say is that as black men, we're living in hell. It's really hell out here. Even though this happened in 2016, I had never heard of it. Of course, something like this is not going to make national headlines. It's just not. Just like there's a story right now that I've seen with, I think it was like 17 Jewish rabbis that were caught in trafficking human body parts and organs. So it's certain stories that will never make the mainstream news. And you can hear it on the brother's voice. He didn't even want to say. It was hard for him to say to the reporter, like, he went in my rectum. It was hard for him to even bring that out, because what man wants to admit to being violated like that, right? We have it in our spirit to be masculine and to be men. And that right there, man, 7 years later, I wonder how those brothers is doing. I'm wondering what they're struggling with right now. 6-7 years later, I wonder what's going on, in their life, and have they been able to recover from that? Because that is a wound. It's no different than a woman being raped. It's a wound, that scars your spirit. It's also a psychological thing, right? To think that, the people for that so long have been over our people, that patrol our neighborhoods, that are not like us, that don't live where we live, can come into our communities and violate us like that. So yeah, let me know what you think about that story, what you think about what I said. Give me your thoughts and your opinions. And with that, this is Black Authentic Truth.